Hello and welcome to Part 5 of McIver's Grant Public Library's month-long exploration into the book Code Name Helene by Ariel Lawhon. We are so excited about this partnership with Humanities Tennessee that's going to bring this New York Times bestselling author to our community to answer our questions. This will be streamed through Facebook, on our page and the Humanities Tennessee page at 6 p.m. this Thursday, March 25th. So get your questions ready, mark your calendars, and don't miss this great opportunity provided to you by Humanities Tennessee and McIver's Grant Public Library. My name is Vanessa Cain. I'm Children's Director here at McIver's Grant, and I'm so excited to be leading you through Part 5, which is titled The White Mouse. All through the book, we keep hearing references to the white mouse and just little teasers that tell you how frustrated the German army is with our main character, Nancy Wake, and all of her alternate spy personalities. And I think all through the book, as I was reading and hearing about the white mouse, I kept thinking, what in the world has Nancy done that has made the German army so angry? And I think that it's wonderful that as the book progresses, we get to see those things, and in Part 5, we get to see a lot of Nancy's most daring feats. When Part 5 opens, we see Nancy taking part in a firing squad, and not only taking part in a firing squad, but ordering it. And I think that as a reader, as I was reading that, what came to my mind was the image of Nancy running through the streets of Paris with a dog in her purse, late for cocktails with her friend Stephanie. Stephanie was teaching her French, teaching her how to smoke a French cigar, teaching her how to drink like a French person, and there is the most innocent that you see Nancy in this book. And then to see that transformation to her as a soldier who orders a firing squad is just amazing. And so even as she was running to meet Stephanie, she was also running to tell the story of a Jewish man who had escaped the occupied zone, who had escaped being whipped in public and was just trying to get someplace safe. And I think at that moment, and all through the book, you keep seeing Nancy say, "Not on my watch. Not on my watch will I let this happen in the town square of a little country and the world not know about it. Not on my watch will I allow French patriots who are my comrades, in arms, my co-workers, my co-soldiers, but I won't let them commit war crimes. Not on my watch will I let a German agent into my camp to threaten my troops and our mission." And I think that that is a wonderful representation of who this character is and how she grows to fill that need as the war continues. And I would like to challenge you to think about the things that you have done in your life that you have said, no, not on my watch, I'm not going to let this happen, I'm going to step up. And maybe if you are an artist or a writer, you can create that, something from that moment, or you can create something from the book. And if you will send us some of that in words or in art, whatever your medium is, send us a little bit of that, and we will share that with the author this Thursday. We'd love to be able to do that, to let her see how she's inspired our whole community with her words. So as these two timelines in the book Code Name Helene are getting closer and closer together, in Part 5, you just have this limited window of when all of these storylines need to conclude. And I found myself with my Kindle on my phone, with it propped up on my counter as I was cooking dinner, with it in the seat of my car as I was sitting in the line at the bank. If I had another appointment and I had a couple minutes, I would jump on real quick. If my husband was watching TV, I was reading that book, just trying to find out what happened. And I really think that the author did a great job of creating that urgency and that need to discover what happened to all of those characters that you came to love. I think that that is a wonderful part of Part 5. So there's an author's note at the end, and I know a lot of people will read the author's note before they read the book, but I am so glad that I read it after, because I'm glad that I allowed the author's words to tell the story in the way that she wanted them, and then after, that note was like a little visit with the author, where all those little questions that were going through my head as a reader, as a member of the audience, as a writer myself, were all just kind of, I wonder what why she did that, or oh wow, I wonder what's going to happen next. And to be able to have those things answered, and it was like having a little chat with her about a project she was very passionate about. And it inspired me to learn more about Nancy Wake, the person, not just from this book, but from history. And I think that if you can engage and encourage and inspire your audience, that you have certainly done your job. So I look very forward to seeing our live stream video at 6 p.m. on Thursday evening, and to see even more come from this wonderful book that has been a part of our life now for a month. We challenge you to read it, enjoy it, ask some questions, and tell us how it inspired you.